Welcome, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Rodriguez. And boys and girls, I am both happy and sad. This is our last lesson. I hope you guys have had a great time learning with me. And let's take a look at the materials you'll need for your last lesson. You're going to need for reading a reading notebook or journal, an independent reading book, and a pencil. For writing, you're going to need your writing notebook or journal and a writing instrument such as a pencil. Now let's make sure you're ready to learn at home. Is your body still? Are your ears listening? Are your eyes on my screen? Is your brain thinking? And very important, is your Chromebook or computer charged? Is it plugged in? Let's make sure, okay? So I'm going to give you a few seconds to gather your materials if you don't have them ready. And if you need more time, please feel free to pause the video and then come back to us. All right, boys and girls, if you still need more time, again, pause the video and come back to us when you have all of your materials. So today's lesson is answering text-based questions, how the reader's point of view or perspectives may differ from that of the author. All right, the content objective is I can identify how readers answer the text-based questions focusing. I can understand how the reader's point of view or perspective may differ from that of the author. I can independently read and answer text-based questions focusing on how points of view differs from the author's. Now, what is a point of view? Point of view is the way in which the author allows you to see and hear the text. There's first person, there's third person, and then there's a perspective. The perspective is the way of you see something. Perspective is different for each person. I may view one book one way, and you may view it differently. So we may have two different perspectives on the same book. How do readers answer text-based questions? Readers use the wrap strategy when structuring an answer to a question. We've had a little bit of practice on using the wrap strategy, right? We restated questions, and this shows that you understand what is being asked, and we answer the question by using words from the question to start our answer, and we proved by providing two or more details from our passage. Let's practice doing this. So, let's read this page. Life isn't always easy for penguins, but at least they look like they're having fun. Singing. Adults sing to their mates and chicks sing for their parents. Sledding. Penguins speed down icy hills on their feet and bellies to get somewhere fast. Surfing. Penguins surf through the waves. Sometimes they surf right from the water up to the land. Now, what do you think the author's perspective is about this? How did the author feel about what he or she wrote? The reasons an author gives to support the way they feel about the topic they wrote is text evidence, right? So let's think about the details that show the author's perspective or point of view. Do you think that he agrees that he thinks that penguins have fun? I mean, he starts off by saying life isn't always easy for penguins, but at least they look like they're having fun. So I think his point of view is that they look like they're having fun, although it may not mean that they're having fun, and that they have a hard life because they have to lay their eggs. They have to keep their eggs safe. They have to make sure that they are safe themselves, both in and out of water. But while they're doing all of that, they make sure that they're singing to their mates and to find their chicks when they have the food. They have to slide down icy hills into the water. They have to surf. That all sounds like fun if it was an extracurricular activity, although they do it for survival. Okay, which is why the author says that life isn't always easy for them. The things that they do on a regular basis for us as extracurricular activities, singing, sledding, and surfing, are fun activities. However, penguins do it for survival and to get food. Part of survival, of course. All right. So with all that said, the author's perspective and his point of view is that penguins have a hard life. But although they have a hard life, they make it look like fun. Now, for your independent work, you are going to go to Epic, read a nonfiction text, think about the details that show the author's perspective or point of view, and write in your notebook what was the author's perspective or point of view. And remember, you have to provide evidence from the text. All right, boys and girls, I know you can do it. And when you are done doing that, remember, very important, after all that hard work, you need a brainy break. Okay, so take 15 to 20 minutes, set a timer. Don't set a timer, but take 15 to 20 minutes and take a walk, stretch, get a drink of water, grab a snack, come back to us for our last writing lesson of the summer with me. All right, boys and girls, see you soon. Boys and girls, welcome back to our writing lesson number 15. Now remember, you're going to need some materials today, right? You need your writing notebook or journal, and you need a writing utensil such as a pencil. And today as writers, we're going to be able to reread my writing to make sure that I have included enough information in my work. And as I am reading this learning objective to you, I realized I have a word written twice, so we're going to fix that right now. All right, and it looks like I have an extra space here as well. Okay, so I can use a checklist to review and check my writing. And as you can see, I just checked my writing. Let's take a look at this checklist, an informational writing checklist. So this is your checklist or part of it. It's a two-part. So you have that page and you have this page. And we're going to talk about it. So the structure overall, I taught readers information about a subject. Ask yourself, did you teach someone or the readers of your writing about a subject? I put in ideas, observations, and questions. Did you? Ask yourself that about your writing. And did you do it like a third grader? Think about it. Your options are going to be not yet, starting to, and yes. Now, the first part is lead. I wrote a beginning in which I got readers ready to learn a lot of information about the subject. Now ask yourself, did you? Not yet. So your options are not yet, starting to, and yes. Now, by this point, you should have started a beginning, I would hope, right? Because we've been working really hard on this. And if it's yes, you drag and drop the blue right into yes. Now, if you are starting to, then you drag and drop it to starting to. And if you have not yet, you drag and drop it to not yet. This informational writing checklist is going to help you to figure out where you need to add information, okay? Where you're at. So let's look at transitions. I used words to show sequence such as before, after, then, and later. I also used words to show that what didn't fit such as however and but. Now, have you used those transition words? Ask yourself and look at your writing. Did you? If you do not have them, put not yet, but go back into your writing and add some transition words and words to show what didn't fit. Or if you started to, then you could just drag and drop to started to. If you feel like as you're rereading your writing, if you feel like you need to add more transition words, go for it. Improve your writing. The whole point is to make it better. And that's why we have this checklist to help you. Let's take a look at ending. I wrote an ending that drew conclusions, asked questions, or suggested ways readers might respond. Think about it. Reread your writing. Then ask yourself, did you include an ending that drew conclusions, that asked questions, or that suggested ways readers might respond? If your answer is not yet, you have time to go back and do it. All right? Now, the next portion is organization. I grouped my information into parts. Each part was mostly about one thing that connected to my topic. If you said yes, excellent. If you said starting to, great job. And if you said not yet, don't worry. Go in and add that information in. It's okay to not have everything perfect, but it is important, since we are at the end, for you to review your writing, reread it, and make sure you have the parts that you need into it to have the proper structure. Let's take a look at the next part of this checklist. All right, so this part is for development. Did you do it like a third grader? Did you elaborate? I wrote facts, definitions, details, and observations about my topic and explained some of them. Well, did you? Well, if your answer is I'm starting to, awesome. If you said yes, great job. And if you said not yet, no worries. Again, there's time, and this is why we're doing the checklist, to make sure that you have all the parts and pieces for a complete writing piece. All right. And now, craft. I chose expert words to teach readers a lot about the subject. Did you teach us about your subject, your topic, what you're an expert at? And I taught information in a way to interest readers. I may have used drawings, captions, and diagrams. Did you use drawings? Did you use captions or diagrams? I hope so, because this is the fun part about writing, to have visuals in there to help your readers understand your writing, the purpose of your writing, what you are portraying. So let's make sure we have those in. All right, boys and girls, that is your checklist. Feel free to keep this video up, pause, so that you can go back and forth to help with your checklist. And now it's your turn to look at the writing checklist, read the checklist, read through your writing, find the examples in your writing, move the check into the box if you have done the work. And if you need to make changes, go for it. Now's the time. And I can't wait until you have a finished writing piece, and I look forward to checking it out. All right, boys and girls, and as I mentioned earlier, this is our last lesson together. It's both happy and sad. Remember, you have to keep reading and writing so that your brain grows, your information in your brain grows, your learning grows. All right, boys and girls? Remember, it's very important to continue reading throughout the summer, to continue writing throughout the summer, so that when you come back in the fall, you are ready and you have evolved. All right, boys and girls? Don't forget, there's always other things too. But have a great summer. I hope you enjoy the rest of your summer. Take some time at night before you go to sleep to read a book, or do some activities during the day where you are writing, but take a break and enjoy your summer. All right, boys and girls? Bye. I'm going to miss you. I hope you have enjoyed this as much as I have, and we will miss you. Bye, boys and girls.